A shithole country is not one that is too poor to take care of its citizens, but one that has the money and chooses not to. Because our government prioritizes the profit margins of shareholders over the well-being of our people. This is why our healthcare system is so horrible. Americans pay more for healthcare than any other nation, yet our health outcomes are worse than many third world countries. Because the government prioritizes the profit margins of pharmaceutical corporations over the lives of our fellow citizens. We are told that we can't afford it. We are told who's going to pay for this, who's going to take care of the citizens. But our government never asked that question for corporations. When the banks and the hedge funds and the corpos who intentionally commit fraud and steal from the American taxpayer, it's Americans who have to foot the bill. When the automotive industry and airlines and insurance industries gamble and run their businesses into the ground, the government bails them out. But when Americans need a bailout like we did in 2008, they are told, so they don't lose their homes, they're told to have a rainy day fund. But they never tell corporations to have a rainy day fund. They don't have to save money because they know the government will bail them out with our taxes. All the while, corporations get every tax break under the sun while avoiding paying their fair share in taxes. This is not a free market. This is socialism for the rich and exploitative individualism for every working class American. The government says they care about veterans, but they leave them to live on the street like dogs. They cut funding to the VA almost every single year. They say they want to end crime in this country, but ignore the true cure to ending crime, which is ending poverty. Putting resources into education in poor communities is how we end crime, which we've known for over 2,000 years. But they don't want to do that because in order for the prison industrial complex to keep a steady supply of prison slaves, they need crime to continue. The greedy 1% are so evil that even our children can't escape its depravity. We put our own children in school lunch debt because their parents can't afford it. We will deny a child a substantial meal because they are born into a poor family. Poor not because they don't work hard, but because the profit margins of a corporation are more important than providing Americans with a decent wage, even though they're working hard. Our politicians say they care about children, yet the majority of our homeless kids that age out of the system are from foster care. They say they care about kids, but when the largest child trafficking ring in modern history was uncovered, the government refused to follow the law, released the files, unredacted, and continue to this day to protect pedophiles.